Well, I'm back, and as promised, new tent, shiny material. TFS and Camperlists have sent the one-person Enran, which I was looking forward to using. Let's read it all off the back. It's all in there, right? The Rainfly, 450 grams. Inners, 308 grams. Poles, 130. That's less than a kilogram. 750, 880, 880 grams for that. That's the pack size there. Poles in here. So there's nothing in it. There's no weight in that whatsoever. It's mintless. Right, just read it off the flag. Rainfly, 10 denier. Both sides silicone. Inner is 10 denier. This is the 3-season inner. DAC poles. 8.7mm poles. Set the footprint as well, which adds about 100 grams to it. It's a polyester tent, which is different material to the other one, obviously. I can feel the difference. So what I'm going to do is set it up, and I'll come back with some more statistics and some more information about the materials used. I'll set it up first. Here we go then. It's all set up. It took 5 minutes, usual. Well, I know how to set the 2-person up. Pretty much identical. You get the 2 poles at the end. Just peg 4 corners and put this pole through. Put it into the what's called Jake's foot. Clicks in and clicks out. That's it. So the colour, I think, is called camel. I'm not sure. It's either khaki or camel. It's like a lightish brown. In autumn, that'll disappear in the hills. That with the what do you call it? With all the ferns and the brown, the brown vegetation when it changes colour in autumn. Let's have a look inside. This is the one-person inner. So they've put it so you've got storage space over there or another porch. Only one door, right? The door's on this side, obviously. It's only got one door and one mesh door. Right, I'll take my shoes off before I get in the new tent and put the footprint on yet. Do that afterwards. But the length is unreal. There's me at the top of the tent. Look at all that. All that space down there. So even the one-person inner is huge. It's wide enough. You get a good sized mat in here. Probably go to about there. And you're going to have this space here. It's got the 3-season mesh inner. So there's no monofiller in this. But you don't need it if it's 3-season. It's only in a 4-season version. It's got that same shape zip. I'm a fan of T-zips, but there's plenty of space to get in and out of that. I like the T-zip because you can fold that back so you don't catch it, but that's nothing. That's just me being an ox. You've got the vent at the end, same as the 2-person one. You've got the vents either end, and the fly sheet opens up as well. Same there. I've got this bit of yellow fabric. That's the windproof. I'll keep the wind off you if it's coming underneath. It does go quite low to the ground, look. It does go quite low. Quite like the colour. Wasn't sure about it when I saw it on the website, but in real life it's quite nice. And like I say, that'll blend in, that. So yeah. So it's the 10D polyester fabric. It's not as light as the 2-person 7D, but when I say not as light, I'm talking maybe 15 grams. And you know, you can't get vexed about 15 grams extra weight for the one person. I like it. I like all tents, me though. That's the problem with me. I like all tents. But this is particularly nice. Oh, it's so well made. Look at this. There's not one single hanging thread. There's no loose threads. You know, I've got a Hillyberg Solo black label and there's loose threads on the zip above the door. But I did cut them back, so they're not there now. This hasn't got any. Look at the stitching. Attention to detail, you see. Now, TFS, Mr. Wang said in the new version, they've listened to the feedback and they've put a hook here. It's not there. There's a hook here, so you can hook this back, and there's another line underneath, so you can pull that back, give you more vestibule space. I think I need to cut my grass. Look at all that room there. Use my size 9 for comparison. There's so much space between the fly sheet and that. It's great. I should never get condensation in this. Right, so that's the comparison, right? When you just got the normal, the way it should be set up there, right? But if you use my little ingenious hack, where you unclip this, and if you just unclip it, it doesn't spring away. You don't lose the you don't lose that underneath the tent. There you go. You get that extra space for your vestibule. Look at that. That's huge. So the thing to remember is it does put the tent out of shape. So I would say if it's windy, don't do this. Or if it's a nice evening, why not? Get yourself some extra space. Just unclip that. Oh, put it in. Need 2 hands. But again, don't forget to retighten the guy lines and, you know, straighten it all out when you do clip that back in, because that's what keeps the tent in shape, and if you unclip it, it takes it out of shape. But it just goes back. It's not a big deal. So that's the inside. This floor here. Nice. Feels quite tough. I don't know all the fabrics. This is the problem with me. I don't know all the stats. Just take everything off the bag. So the Rainfly, right, it's 10D polyester, 550T, and I think the higher the T number is the better the tear strength. The inner's 10 denier, poly mesh. This is a 10D poly mesh. Floor's 10 denier. PU 2000mm hydrostatic head. The poles, like I say, they're 8.7mm. Gives you all the dimensions on the bag, even some detail. All the dimensions there. So the width of the fly sheet is 220. It's the same as the 2-person. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that they're going to start selling the 1-person inner separately, and I think that's by popular demand because people like the 2 doors. So you've got that side will be your storage. You won't be able to get out in the 1-person inner, but that'll be your storage side. That's gonna be your vestibule for cooking. Your porch. I don't see a vestibule. Right, I just don't. Yeah, it's got all the dimensions around there. The Rainfly 450 gram, I think I already said this. Inner's 308, pole 130. The pegs, right, there's 2 of the silver V pegs, and there was 4 of them little black carbon pegs. Could be more pegs. There's no pegs for the side guylines, so you need at least 2 extra pegs. I would say you need 2 of the V-pegs for each end, the fly sheet, and then the carbon ones for the guy lines. But yep, right, we'll come out and we'll have a look at the details outside. So again, it's got these strength patches on at the stress points. I thought guy line put back on, you see, you just put it back the way it was, and if it's guyed, you just tighten that up. Obviously I haven't guyed it out. It's got, these are tie back points for the door, but also if you're like me and you like to make things, you can take a carabiner with a bit of paracord on it. Maybe that's a bit overkill, but you know, dyno my line, and there you go. If it gets really wild, carry these with you and you can guide out like that. Extra strength. So yeah, that's my little hack. Yeah, but that over the top, but you don't need to make them as wild as that. And they've got guy line runners on the end, those type. Okay. So this is it all pegged out. These are the 2 pegs you get. So there's only 2 of them. There should be 4 of them, but there was only 2 in the bag. So you tighten that the same way. See the stress patches. And then you've got the Blue Label lightweight, and it is lightweight. Enran 1, nice little badge. Absolutely lovely. Lovely tents. I'm looking at the range, they look nice, man. So there we have it. So I'm going to go out at the weekend and I'm going to use it in anger. Oh, it's got the same coats stitching as the other one. So the claim, anything other than biblical heavy rain will keep you dry, won't leak. I've had that other one in a bit of rain and it hasn't let any water in yet. More little tags. But you can get the seam sealer, and they say you only need to seam seal this seam and this one if you really want to. It's not something that they tell you that you've actually got to do. It's just something they recommend because they're confident in the stitching. I want to try it in heavy rain just to see if that's true. I mean, if it does leak, I'll just seam seal it. So that's it. I'm going to attach the footprint, and then I'll be using it at the weekend. So all the links are in the description. Like I say, I think they're going to start making the 1-person inner, because the fly sheet is the same size as the 2-person fly sheet. It's only the inner that's different. And that was to give you more porch space. You can easily cook in there. See, just pull it back like that. And this is the new one's got a line going down the middle and a little hook on there to hook it back. So you've got loads of room. Because the porch was getting criticism, but they've looked into that. Even with the 2-person one, I can still use my little hack and have plenty of room to cook. I've done it. Right, we've got this footprint on. Oh, so just the footprint's on. This is the way it goes up. The label's at the top. We've got that dull bit on the bottom, shiny bit up. And it just clips on there. Get this. Get that, and it just clips onto the guy inside. There's 4 corners. That's how it goes on, and it sits like that. Nice. It's easier to put it away as well when the footprint's on. So much easier. It rolls up better. It's on there in the corners. It's on there. So there we go. The Enran, one person by TFS. Like a lightweight backpacking tent for the summer coming up. I tell you, you can't get much lighter than that. That's less than a kilogram. Less than a kilogram. Even with the footprint on it, it's less than 1 kilo. Look at the size of it. And if you look at my old videos, the design of it, it's put up with some 25-30 mile an hour winds. And once that's all pegged and guyed tight, some tent. And this one is cheaper than the 2-person one. 50 quid maybe. Or you can opt for the 1-person inner. But don't forget there's only one door. There's no door on this side. So there we go. So I'll be out using it at the weekend in the hills. Don't know what the forecast is. I'm hoping it's going to rain. When I pray for rain, it doesn't rain. That's the thing. But here we go anyway, we'll see.